Hi, I'm Stijn Derklerck. I'm one of the co-curators of the 2017 Love Queer Cinema Week, also known as the Beijing Queer Film Festival. So I'm a producer for Queer Comrades. It's an LGBTI webcast, one of the oldest ones in China. We produce documentaries, news items, talk shows about queer issues. The relationship with the Queer Film Festival, we're actually quite separate entities. We use our Queer Comrades resources basically also to make sure that the festival can invite more people and show more film. Out of Queer Comrades came the Queer University. We started in 2012 with the idea to basically share our knowledge and our video capacities and our broadcasting experience with activists from all over the country. So every year we select at least 6 students, usually it's like 7 or 8, especially from like the non-first tier cities, so the smaller cities, to come to Beijing or wherever we have the Queer University for a week of intense training. And then last year we started a Queer University in Africa with the idea to bring all these broadcasting and video capacities to Africa. So basically we'll have 2 Chinese trainers that go there that work with 2 African filmmaker trainers, and we train people from last year it was Zimbabwe and Zambia, and then this year it's going to be Ghana and surroundings. Yeah, I think it's super important because I mean you see these economic ties are getting like more and more important, diplomatic ties as well. China has also like their official charity foundations who are going over to Africa to work with people there, but there's almost no talk about gender or sexuality. There are more and more African people in China and there are more and more Chinese people in Africa, but I mean there hasn't been like a real exchange between grassroots activists and talk about okay how does the Chinese influence what can it bring for our activism, or what do we have to be careful of? Same thing for like Chinese activists here. Like we know almost nothing about the African queer movement. Everybody knows America, the West, whatever. Lots of imagery comes out there as well. But it's a bit ironic because in the end probably Chinese activists have more in common with like African colleagues on the African continent than they have with like activists in the US or in European states. China is setting a bit more of a global standard, if you can say, like it's the coming superpower, and probably in the future, especially one belt, one boat, whatever, the influence will get bigger and bigger. So I think it's really important especially for activists, to really know what that influence is about. There will definitely be this continued Africa focus, at least in the next 2 years. Afterwards, we'll see. So we just thought it was really important to really get that dialogue going.